I literally have a list of horror movies that I need to make sure that I watch this October. And some family-friendly movies. Because, I mean, hello, Hocus Pocus, Coraline, Casper, what else is there? Twitches, Halloween Town. There's just so many, and I just keep doing this. Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. It is finally October. You guys have no idea how excited I am right now. I might look chill, but inside, internally screaming. October is one of my all-time favorite months of the year besides September and December because, you know, fall and holidays and oh my gosh, just this season is just the best because it's just one holiday after another. You've got Halloween, you've got Thanksgiving, then you've got Christmas, and then you have New Year's, and then it's like boring after that. I love this season. I'm so excited for this season, and I'm just excited for a bunch of Halloween fall themed videos coming up, and this is the first one that I am doing, and I am going to be talking about the top 10 horror movies to watch this Halloween. Now, as you guys know, I have talked about in my previous videos that I love horror movies. Love, love, love. So this video is really exciting for me because I get to talk about my top 10 favorite Halloween movies to watch. Or I guess just horror movies. They don't have to be Halloween, but you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. These aren't really in any particular order. They're just kind of strewn about. But I'll tell you guys like what my all-time favorite horror movie is or whatever. Now, I'm not going to give away any major spoilers. I'm just going to give you a little bit of an idea of what each movie is about just so that you know if you haven't seen it, oh yeah, maybe I should go watch that, you know, whatever. So no spoiler alerts, we're good. I actually have my ghost sweater on for this video. Yay! You can't really see it, but you know, it's the thought that counts. Alrighty, let's get into it. I have a bunch of movies here. I'm just gonna start off with some classics. The first classic I'm going to talk about is Scream. I love these movies so much. There's 4 total. I have all 4 of them. My favorite is the first one and the 4th one by far. It's kind of like a whodunit almost because you're given like a group of friends and then you have to figure out which one of them is the killer. Sometimes there's one, sometimes there's more than one. The first time I watched them, they freaked me out, but you know, after you watch it for the first time, then it's not really so scary anymore. It's just kind of eerie, but I absolutely love it. The villain is known as Ghostface, and he or she runs around chasing people with their knife, and it's awesome because it's kind of like a mystery. You're trying to figure out who the killer is and why they're doing this. If you've seen this movie, or maybe you haven't seen this movie, you probably know the line, "What's your favorite scary movie?" And that comes from Scream. Highly recommend to you guys. For sure. This is just a classic. Oh my gosh, I love it. Most of these horror movies I have, and then I think there's 1 or 2 that I don't have, but I really want to get. So some of them I'll have a visual representation and others I won't, so I apologize for that. The second classic I'm going to mention is Halloween. This is a movie that is very near and dear to my heart. I have the 4th and 5th one here. I have the first one, but I don't have the actual case for it. It's in something. It's in somewhere. I have like this big DVD thing with all the DVDs in there. My dad insisted on doing that. I don't like it, so that's why I kind of keep all of my DVDs that I buy like together because I don't want them to end up in the little slit thing. I don't know, there's just something about actually having the case, you know what I mean? Like, I know that the other one takes up space, or the other one saves space, but I don't know, I like having the actual case. There are, oh gosh, I should know this because I'm a horror freak, especially when it comes to Halloween. By the way, these are, if you couldn't guess, these are the classic versions, not the remakes. I do not like the remakes at all. The classic, you can't get any better than the classic when it comes to Halloween. Let's see, how many are there? I think there's 8. There might be 9. 8 or 9, I'm pretty sure. but there's a lot of movies. The third one was awful. It had nothing to do with Michael Myers. I mean, in my opinion, it was awful, sorry. It's all about Michael Myers, and if you don't know who that is, shame on you. Michael Myers' weapon of choice is a butcher knife, and he is just completely insane. That's his signature weapon. He also uses his hands because he's incredibly strong, scary strong, but he wears this creepy white mask. His backstory comes from childhood when he was a young kid, 6 years old. Yeah, when he was 6 years old, he murdered his sister, and then he was put in an insane asylum, and then he comes back to his hometown, Haddonfield, to kill someone else. The first one stars Jamie Lee Curtis, and I mean, you can't go wrong with Jamie Lee Curtis, but it is so amazing, and that's one of her more iconic movies. So if you guys have not seen Halloween or any of the movies in the franchise, definitely watch them. 2 more classics. So I have mentioned this movie in my Urban Legends video. It is When a Stranger Calls. So this is based on the urban legend of the babysitter and the man upstairs, where there's a babysitter and she starts to get mysterious phone calls, really creepy phone calls, and he seems to know everything that she's doing, and it's just really creepy, and you're trying to figure out, you know, where this person is, how this person is seeing all this stuff. This movie is really good. There's an original version, which I haven't seen. I've always seen this version, and I don't remember what year this was in. 2006 it looks like. Yeah, but this is really good. I highly recommend if you want to watch a classic. It's pretty freaky the first time you watch it. The last classic I have here, it's kind of a modern classic, but a classic nonetheless. It's the Paranormal Activity series. I just love how every movie connects. I don't know, it's very confusing, and there's a lot of plot holes, but at the same time it's very entertaining, it's very interesting, and you just keep wanting to watch the next movie to see why this demon is haunting these people and what it has to do with this particular family and where it came from and how it started, and you get more of the origin story as the movies progress. They're all really good. Like I said, there's some plot holes which can be really annoying, especially now that they're done with the franchise. At least they are for now. They don't take place like a regular movie, it's through a camera, kind of like the Blair Witch, but less shaking and craziness. The Blair Witch Project is not on my list, but if you haven't seen that, that's another movie that I definitely recommend to watch. As far as newer ones, The Strangers would definitely have to be my top favorite, at least in the top 3, because this movie is so good. It's about this couple who is staying in this cabin or something, and it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and these 3 strangers start terrorizing them in the house, and they like get in the house and they're hiding around and they're doing all this crazy stuff. It is terrifying, like so scary. Like this, oh my gosh, this really freaked me out, but this is definitely one of my top favorites. So if you take anything away from this, definitely check this out if you have not seen it. It is so good. It's terrifying. The masks are terrifying. They've been trying to make a second one for the longest time. Like, I think it was supposed to come out like 2 years ago, and it still hasn't come out. They keep moving it to the next year. The next movie that I'm going to tell you guys about is The Conjuring. Now, this includes The Conjuring 2 and Annabelle. I'm just going to group them all into one. These movies are so good, and I think what really makes these, especially The Conjurings, so good are the characters. It follows Ed and Lorraine Warren, these paranormal investigators who are real, and they have to go through these crazy cases, and the movies are based on the cases that they have faced. And they have such incredible actors playing them, Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, and they're just incredible, especially together. Like, their on-screen chemistry is amazing. I definitely say The Conjuring 2 is my favorite, just because it scared me even more than the first one did, and the first one terrified me, but also because in the second movie you get to see more of Ed and Lorraine and their relationship with each other, and just, I don't know, you just kind of get to learn more about them, and I really like that because I love those characters, and I'm those people, but they're just such fascinating people, and to see such amazing actors playing them is just, I don't know, there's just something about it, and I absolutely love it. So if you haven't checked out any of those movies, definitely do so. I think you guys would really enjoy it. Oh, Insidious. So the Insidious movies are so freaky, and they also follow the same story. It's just you learn more and more about the origins and all this stuff. It follows this little kid, and he has the ability to kind of do a, what do you call that? Astral projection. Only he can project himself into what this lady in the movie calls the further, which is where all the ghosts and stuff are. It's really freaky. There's a demon and there's ghosts, and it's absolutely terrifying. And again, the acting is amazing. I highly recommend this. There are 3. The 4th one's coming out soon, which I'm super excited about. Jeepers Creepers. Guys, this movie is so terrifying. It is so good. It's gross. But, okay, for me, I hate gore. Like, I really do. If it's a little here and there, like, that's fine. But you get into the Saw movies, and I just can't. I wish I could, though, because the Saw movies, I've read everything that happens because, I can't actually watch it because I'll just, probably vomit. The storyline in Saw is amazing, so I really wish that I could watch those. If you don't like gore, it's not too bad, but it is kind of gross. He's basically known as the Creeper. We're just going to refer to him as the Creeper. He is just, as you can see, he's not human, he's a monster, and he's terrifying and nasty. And basically what he does is he drives this truck around, and he goes around scaring people so that he can smell your fear. The reason why he needs to smell your fear is so that he can find a body part that he likes or whatever, and then basically eat it out of you. He's nasty, okay? Like, he just goes after you for your body parts because that's how he survives. Out of all of the horror things that I have seen, he would probably freak me out the most, if I'm being honest, because honestly, like, in The Conjuring 2, which I meant to mention before, but I didn't, there's this really freaky demon. Basically, it takes the form of this evil nun, and that freaks me out so much. Like, anyone who knows me knows that that's like one of my worst fears ever, is like that nun. It is terrifying. Like, oh, it gives me chills just thinking about it. Thank goodness there's people here, because oh my gosh, I would just freak out. I would rather go head to head with that nun than go head to head with this guy, because at least with a demon, you can exorcise it, you can go to a priest, a church, like there are things you can do, whereas when this guy wants to come after you for your organs, there's like nowhere to hide. He's just freakishly strong. Once he has your scent, he can find you wherever you are. They just came out with the 3rd one in September. I didn't get to see it in the theater, so I have to wait till it comes out on DVD, which I'm kind of upset about, but I saw all over Twitter that everyone hated it. I'm still excited to see it. Like, I'm still gonna buy it, for sure. I mean, I already have the first 2. Like, I need the 3rd one. I need to see it. Even if it's stupid, like, I'll probably love it anyway, because it's Jeepers Creepers. If you guys can handle it, then definitely watch Jeepers Creepers. It is amazing and terrifying, and you will love it. A movie that I don't have, unfortunately, but it is called The Boy. Now, this movie revolves around a doll named Brahms. This couple, I'm not going to give too much away, but this couple basically views this doll as their son, and it's because their son died as a little boy, and then they kind of, like, with their grief and everything, they just kind of adapted to the doll that looks a lot like their son Brahms, and they treat it exactly like it's their son. So it's kind of weird and creepy and also sad, but the couple has to leave. They have this babysitter watch the doll, and they have like this whole list of routines and stuff for her to do, and she's like, okay, this is weird, and then as the movie progresses, a bunch of creepy stuff starts happening. But it's not another Annabelle. It's not another one of those movies. It's completely different, and once you watch the movie, you will totally understand what I'm talking about. It goes about it in a very different way, but it's very, very interesting. I highly recommend it. Alright, so the last one I'm going to talk about is another one that freaks me out so much because it plays on my worst fear, or one of my worst fears, everyone's worst fear. I mean, no one likes the dark, right? Well, just imagine that there's an entity that can literally get to you wherever there's darkness, literally wherever. It's not just confined to a house or a certain location. It can go wherever it wants. Lights out. This movie is terrifying. It's about this ghost, or I don't really know what she is. She's just this dark entity named Diana. She used to be a real person. She died and then became this freaky, like, tall, lanky, nasty, dark figure that can only get to you from the dark. I'd have to say, as far as terrifying me, this movie, for sure. It's definitely number one as far as scaring me to death. Oh gosh, I'm literally getting chills just thinking about it. James Wan is just like amazing. So those are my top 10 horror movies to watch this Halloween. Honestly, there are so many horror movies that I could talk about because I am just a horror fanatic. I love horror movies so much. Alright, you guys, so that is the end of the video. Make sure you subscribe to me if you want to see more of my videos, and also there's a little notification bell, and if you want to get notified every single time I upload, make sure you subscribe and click that bell notification. And if you love horror movies too, give this video a big ol' thumbs up and comment down below what your favorite horror movie is, or if you've even seen any of these horror movies and if you love them too, or if you hate them. Like, I want to know. I definitely want to know what you guys think. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to just keep filming fall videos and Halloween videos. I'm just so excited. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you guys. Probably starting next week, I'm going to start doing Saturday vlogs, but they're going to be kind of holiday themed, and it's going to run from this month all the way to December. Just me doing holiday things like carving pumpkins or making caramel apples, you know, stuff like that. I'm going to be doing just some holiday vlogging on Saturdays. So, or at least they're going to be uploaded on Saturday. So I'm not sure when I'm going to start doing that, but I am going to start doing it this month. And also let me know what kind of vlogs that you would like to see. I'm going to put a little vote up here of the different things that I can do this month for vlogs, and just let me know, vote on which one you would like to see the most so that I know. I just think the polls are so much fun. So definitely vote and let me know what you guys would like to see. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Oh, no. I don't know what I was doing there. Okay, these movies are just... Annie's scratching her ear. You got Halloween, you got November, you got... Oh, did I lose it? I hope I didn't lose it. Okay, good. I wanted to talk about one. Oh gosh. I don't know, I watch so many movies, they just all blend in together. This side, I think. Annie! Jeepers, blah, blah, blah. Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers? I can't say it. Oh my gosh. I'm an idiot. It's okay.